So I've always wondered why some people succeed and why some people fail. Now, like with a lot of success stories, I think there's an aspect of luck.
Yeah.
So I don't want to like discount
Timing,
that, you know?
opportunity,
Yeah,
like at the
yeah,
right
the
place,
right
right
pla-
time, that kind of thing. Yeah.
And so, but I saw this video that talked about a mindset called failed or learned failure. And they did an experiment, and I thought it was super interesting. And I think it applies to a lot of what we do as entrepreneurs. So I wanted to show this to you.
Okay.
Just do the first one only. Just one. Just rearrange those letters to form a word. Just do number one. When you're done, I need to see your hand raised. Keep your hands up, please. This isn't meant to be difficult. Let's just go to number two. Do number three. You were both given two different lists. Left side of the room, given bat. What would the word be? The second one, they were given lemon. Both of you were given the third word, which was the same. Cinerama, American. Your first two words were not solvable. I want you to think about what happened to you when you saw the right side of the room raising their hands because they already had the task done.
I felt rushed.
My confidence was shot.
What you experienced was a term called learned helplessness.
They fail one and then they apply that to everything in the future.
So essentially, the left side of the room had a list with the first two words being impossible to solve.
Yeah.
The right side of the room had words that they could solve. Now I saw a different video of this that I actually can't find, but it was talking about how because the people on the left side of the room felt helpless and stupid and rushed, most of them did not get that third word correct, even though both sides of the room had the same third word.
Right.
But the people who were set up for success on those first two easy words, most of them were able to complete that third one that was a little bit harder.
Yeah.
So they were set up for small successes, which made them succeed on something that was a little bit more difficult. The other ones were set up for failure, and most of them did not complete that.
Yeah, because it looked like the easier side had bat, lemon, and then Cinerama, which would be American.
Right.
Right. And the middle one would be melon, is what I would assume. Lemon, melon. Just off the top of my head.
Yeah, melon.
Melon. And then tab, right? So that you start with a super easy one, like a quick win, which is tab or bat to tab. And then you look at lemon, you're like, okay, I could get that. Melon, that makes sense. And then the last one's actually pretty hard. Cinerama.
Right.
You're like,
I didn't get
think
that one
about
right
it.
away.
And then you can, okay, it's American. Cool. I think if the other side had whirl, which is like, well, that's a hard word.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's
apparently you
spelled
can't.
weird. Yeah, right.
You can't really
it's
make a
spelled
word
weird
from
anyway,
it.
and you're like, I don't know. And I don't remember what the middle one was. But then you get down to Cinerama, and you're like, dude,
You're like, I'm not going to be able to figure this out. I couldn't figure the last ones out, and they were
Right.
supposed to be easy because the teacher also said this isn't supposed to be hard.
yeah, right.
Right. So that made them feel stupid.
Yeah.
Right. So often and it's kind of ironic that we're talking about this on social media, but I think we see a lot of these amazing success stories on social media, and we think we are failures.
Yeah.
Right? I know I'm a victim of this too. Like I look at these people and they're like, I made $300,000 last month, and I'm like, well, shoot, like what am I doing
Right.
wrong? You know?
Right. Yeah.
And so it makes me feel like a failure. And so it's important to be wise on how we're consuming social media content because, well, first of all, a lot of them just lie.
Yeah.
And so like we're comparing ourselves to something that's not true.
Yeah.
We just need to be so careful and set ourselves up for small wins. As entrepreneurs, like you don't have a lot of people to set up those small wins. So I think you have to on a daily basis.
Yeah.
But also stop comparing yourself.
Right.
Because your success is not somebody else's success. Like I personally do not want to run this huge, ginormous company, make millions of dollars. I mean, millions of dollars every year would be great.
Yeah.
Right. But at the end of the day,
If you're working like 80 hours a week, is what you're saying. You're like,
Right.
I have a family. Like I have time. I need free time, and I want to spend time. I want to be a good dad. Like it's like, so there's certain people, and this is not picking on him at all, but like Alex Hormozy's like, you just got to put in the time. You got to put in all this. And this is what you do. It's like, yeah, dude, your whole life is built around work. And that's great if that's fulfilling to you.
Sure.
That's not 100% fulfilling to me. I love work. I love doing what I do. But my kids are like that for me. Like I feel fulfilled being a husband and a dad, and that's not your goals, and that's fine. Like, but you know what I mean? And so it's like comparing like, oh man, he's built 3, 4, 5 businesses that are all multi-million. It's like, why am I not there? It's like, yeah, it's because maybe you don't have the same priorities, and that's okay.
Right.
Like you can make a successful business without being to that level. I think a lot of this has to do with momentum too. Like when you look at sports, like I love sports. I love football. I'm a Bronco fan. Like last year, Bo Nix was a rookie, and I think it's really and Sean Payton is an amazing, like he'll probably be a Hall of Fame coach. Now he purposely every game would just do small short passes and easy runs to get moving. And once you got 1 or 2 first downs, it's a lot easier for your offense to say like we can move the ball.
Yeah.
And with having a rookie quarterback, it makes it really important to not get a 3 and out, which means you do 3 plays and I got to punt because I didn't get the first down.
Right.
That's demoralizing, especially after 3 or 4 of them. You're like, oh, I don't even know if we can move the ball at all.
Yeah, when you get out on the field, you're just automatically going to assume we're not going to. You're like,
what do we do to get past this defense?
We can't get past.
If you can get some easy, quick first downs, even just completed passes gets into the head of like, okay, I can throw the ball, I can hit the gaps, I can manipulate the defense, I can read the defense, and that gets you momentum. So as you get going in the game, you can start to flow. Same thing with business. Like when you get a win or 2, whether it's like you're selling a product or a service and you get a couple of them, it starts to feel good and it feels like, okay, I can do this. I know what I'm doing. I can do this. And it was the same thing with my own business when I was doing services. Once I started with one client, you get nervous. You're like, oh, and you almost overwork. Like you're doing so much work for usually, especially on a service business, you undercharge, whether that's plumbing, welding, what we do, marketing. You end up undercharging your first client because you're like, do I even know what I'm doing?
Right.
You know,
I got to get something under my belt.
You even know what you're doing. You could be certified as a plumber, electrician. You're like, oh, I just want the job. So you just underbid and they hire you. But then you overwork it. And then once you get a few in, you're like, oh, no. I know what I'm doing. You get a little confidence in yourself, and then things snowball, right? Where you can start developing your business more. And I think it's really important to do that. And even with parenting, this actually works really good. Like if you tell your kid that he's a bad kid over and over and over again, they're just going to believe you. They're like, yeah, I'm a bad kid. And it's like, oh, well, I guess this is who I am. Right. It's like, well, yeah, you need some positives in there too. Like,
even on a smaller scale, like if you constantly correct your child for something that doesn't even matter, like just this, all these really small things, they are going to lose their confidence in their ability to do anything.
100%.
Really. You know, you have to let them succeed in their own way, and that builds their confidence. Eventually, they'll get it right. They'll get it 100% right. But if you keep pointing out stuff how they are supposed, like maybe you're trying to help them out, right?
Yeah, right.
You're just trying to help, but that slowly kills their confidence.
Yeah, you have to have a good balance of like being able to critique and also really high praise. And if you're only critiquing, like it just demolishes their self-esteem. And I'm not into the like self-esteem like is everything, and like no, you should push your kid and you should make them challenge themselves for sure.
Right.
But there's a balance to it. And I mean, I'm guilty of that, of trying to like doing what you said of like, okay, always tweaking and being like, hey, okay, but you're like, that was really good, but you also can do this. You also can do this. Sometimes it's just good just to be like, no, that was really great. Let's just keep going, because then it makes it fun. Because they feel like they're getting wins. And if they're getting a win, but then you still have a bunch of critiques on top, it's kind of like, I don't know. It's a little bittersweet, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think getting momentum is really important in business and pretty much everything.
I think it's important to make sure you set goals for like, what does success look like for me? Like not this person that's saying they're making $300,000 a month. Like what does it look like for me? And for me, it was a steady source of income to allow flexibility to be able to travel and have fun experiences with my family. Yeah. That does like, and it'd be great to make $300,000 a month, right?
Yeah, right.
Like who wouldn't love to make that?
Right.
But I know that there's trade-offs. Like a lot of times there's trade-offs. Like you have to give up a lot to get to that point. And that's not me, you know? And so I need to get out of the mindset of looking at other people's successes and then judging my successes as failures. And actually start to realize, hey, I'm on the right path for me. This is my story. This is my success story. And just focus on that. Because at the end of the day, why does that other person making $300,000? Why do they even matter to you?
You're never going to meet that person anyway. You're never going to meet them.
I mean, you could if you wanted to.
But like, they're never going to, most of these people that you see online, you're either never going to meet, or if you do meet, they're really not going to be that important in your life. Like, don't make it like they are. Like, you're completely different than they are. And
so set a goal of what success looks like for you, and kind of work your way backwards to how can I accomplish this goal? If that goal is to make $300,000 a month, go for it. Like you can do it.
I think you should definitely set big goals, like you're saying, and then what goals can I accomplish this week? And what goals should I have to accomplish today? And every time you complete that one thing, it could be so small, as in like, hey, I'm selling some sort of thing. I am going to sell or call 5 businesses to try to sell my thing. If I call 5 businesses, even if I don't get a sale, but today, if I call 5, I'm going to feel like a winner because like at least I'm going through the process. And you got to take steps.
One way to accomplish that, like there's oftentimes these tasks that we set up for ourselves and we look at them and we're thinking about all the steps that need to happen before you can complete that one task. And sometimes that leads us to push it off to the next day. Oh, I don't have time.
I know.
Right? So in those instances, break down that one task into 3 to 5 smaller tasks. And then focus on that one subtask that you can accomplish in the time that you have.
And you usually find out that it takes a lot less time than you put it in your head. Like what you're talking about is like putting up a mirror to me. Because that's something I struggle with. For me, it's if I can write out a list of a to-do list for my day for work, I'll blow through it within 3 hours. Versus if I just have it in my head where it's like I got so much stuff to do, and then I end up either not doing the most of the things, or I end up getting sidetracked and not actually staying on task. And it's like, or if I push it off to the next day, it just becomes this bigger thing. And then I actually finally I have to do this. I do it, and it's like it took me like 30
it wasn't
minutes.
that bad.
Like what the heck?
I think a lot of that stress and the procrastination is really a result of lack of planning. So if you just take a little bit of extra time, plan in those sub-steps, those sub-tasks, you can find that you're going to accomplish so much more, and you're going to feel those wins, and you're going to work your way towards your success. And that's just going to bring you the most happiness.
Thanks for listening. Every week, we go over news, tips, tricks, and best practices to help you grow your small business. So follow and subscribe below.
For more information, check out our website at launchingpros.com, where you get access to a bunch of free resources and courses designed to launch and grow your business online. Check out the links below.